Today we're out on the San Antonio River in the Valles Caldera National Preserve. First time out for all of us.
Avid trout fisherman Jerry Hamm, Reggie and Tim Gallegos and Ken Hargis won the lottery. No, not the Powerball. The one to get this chance to fish in the Valles Caldera National Preserve located in the Hamm Mountains.
We're excited. We've waited a long time for this.
The Valles Caldera used to be a privately owned ranch, but back at the turn of the century, it was purchased by the federal government under the Valles Caldera Preservation Act. This is pristine land, known for its huge meadows with trout-filled streams cutting through the slopes.
It's a real challenge today. It's crystal, it's gin clear, so the fish are very spooky.
Fly fishing is known as the thinking man's sport. These men will attest, catching trout is never easy. Catching trout in crystal clear water in very narrow canals with rippling water makes reeling in wild trout that much more challenging.
We think we're ready. We've got what we think are the patterns that'll work for the day. We've got some hoppers and some ant patterns, some caddis patterns, parachute atoms, which are pretty common to New Mexico fly fishing.
And in this national preserve, you're not allowed to wade in the water, which means wading through tall grass, out of sight from the trout.
It's a little stealthy. You have to fish away from the river and try and keep yourself hidden, but there's a lot of activity, a lot of rising flies or trout, and we're going to try our luck today.
With that, they spread out, and with the way the river winds through the grassy slopes, from a distance, these anglers look more like hunters than fishermen, with the steady whip-like action of their rods.
I'm going with an elk hair caddis, a brown elk hair caddis, size 14, on a 7X tippet. And I'm going to drop behind it a little black ant on a little piece of 7X.
And even while he's talking and tying, like any true fisherman, he never takes his eye off the elusive prize.
Jerry, they're nosing like crazy down there. My gosh. This is the elk hair caddis I'm using. And on the bottom, I'm going to put a very small ant pattern with a 7X tippet. Small bug, small tippet.
Picking the right fly is extremely important. It can mean the difference between showing them a big juicy burger or fat-free potato salad. What most anglers focus on is matching the hatch. That means the fly should closely resemble the type of insect the trout have on their menu. And take a look at the swarm of midges over this stream. The flies they choose will match the size and patterns the midges make on the water, with a few twists.
Probably several hundred patterns of trout flies, different types of bugs, from stoneflies, mayflies, caddis type flies, and terrestrials, beetles, ants, grasshoppers, anything that the trout go for. Get out of that stuff, get out of that stuff. There you go.
And there we go. And he's just beautiful. Lots of nice little dark brown and red spots on his side. Really healthy.
Jerry says he could fly fish all day and still not get enough. And he says don't be put off by all the lingo experts use when describing fly fishing, like it's the thinking man's sport.
It's a wonderful thing. I recommend it to anybody.